Hey guys, as promised, I'm doing my quick go-to makeup routine that I typically do on days that I have zero to no time at all to put on a full face of makeup. Actually, it's not a full face of makeup, but it looks like you're put together in no time. But before we get started, if you guys are new to this channel, hi, my name is Alex, and on this channel, I typically do foundation reviews, makeup reviews, anything revolving around oily skin. So if you guys find yourself struggling with makeup and also have oily skin, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you guys. And if you guys are near my skin color and want to know what other foundations I've liked in the past, I'm going to put up a playlist of foundations that I've reviewed so far so you guys can check those out as well. And yeah, without further ado, let's get started with this video. So I'm not going to time myself. I really don't like those videos. They give me anxiety. So just keep in mind, this is a quick go-to routine, but because I'm talking and explaining things, obviously it's going to be a longer video. If you're going to buy two things that you don't already have from this video, it's going to have to be the Maybelline Superstay Powder Foundation and the Juno & Co. Blue Microfiber Sponge, or I think any microfiber sponge will work. I know Real Techniques has their version now, and I think even Shop Mizé has their version. For liquid foundations, if you use a microfiber sponge, I prefer their colored ones. So like their yellow, their purple, their rosé one. They're just a little bit more squishy, more softer. The blue one is a lot more denser. It's going to give you a lot more fuller coverage, and that is why I like pairing it with this powder. So we're going to use that today. Actually, let me get a new one because I do have new ones, and this one's kind of, I didn't clean it. All right, I got the next best thing. This is not a new one, but it's less dirty than this one. So this is what I do usually. I'm gonna spray my face with a facial spray just to keep everything hydrated, because usually with powder foundations, you want your face hydrated. Even though you have oily skin, hydrate the face. All right, as far as primers go, I prefer something that's a little bit more hydrating again, maybe stickier side, because we are working with a powder foundation, so we want that foundation to really cling onto our face. This is the ColourPop All-Star Matte and Blur Primer. This one is supposed to be matte, but for some reason I feel like it's a little tacky, which is great for this powder foundation. So I'm going to put it on my skin, and it smells so good. It smells like a candy to me. I can't pinpoint what candy. Smells so good. Oh, by the way, thank you guys for all your sweet comments on my last video. I was so nervous to tell you guys that I was pregnant. I don't know why, but you guys were all very, very nice. I know some of you guys followed me on Instagram. Stay tuned for the gender reveal, which is coming up on November 23rd. I don't know if I'll be making a video. I think I'm going to try. But the actual gender reveal is going to be on that day, the 23rd. So if you guys don't want to miss any of that, then consider following me on Instagram, because that's where I'll be posting stories and the actual reveal during that day. So yeah, keep that in mind. This is the foundation right here. I have done a video on this foundation. I'm going to link it up above. I don't know how much different it's going to be from today's video, but I got mine in the shade Golden Caramel. It's supposed to be a full coverage foundation, which in my opinion, it is a full coverage foundation if you use it with this sponge. I feel like if you use it with a brush, it doesn't give you, I feel like I have something in my, anyways, like I was saying, if you use a brush with this, I feel like it doesn't give you a full coverage finish. So just keep that in mind. This is why I'm recommending this sponge. Okay, so like I said, I use the round, like belly side of the sponge. And if you guys have never seen this sponge, it's a very like fuzzy little thing of a sponge. It's very different from all the other sponges out on the market, but it's so, so good. I'm gonna rub-a-dub-dub the foundation over the powder. And as you can see, it picks up a lot of powder, just like this. And next, I just put it on my face, just like that. Make sure you distribute it well so you get an even coverage. But just like that, you're able to get full coverage from a powder. So that's the side with foundation, and then I have no foundation on this side. and you can really see that it evens everything out. You get a really good amount of coverage, and it looks like skin. It doesn't feel dry or powdery, and I honestly think it's also having to do with these powders right here, or these products right here, the spray, the hydrating spray, and then this like tacky-ish kind of primer. And I am kind of going underneath my eyes right now. Okay, so usually when I have 2 minutes, I just do the powder. If I have a little bit more time, I'll do my concealer first and then I'll put my powder on. In this case, I'm just doing the powder and I feel like it'll still look put together. If you actually have a powder that's a little lighter than your base, then you can actually use that too for a full coverage under eye concealer. And I think that, in my opinion, it gives you enough coverage. I know some girls do put concealer after the powder. You can do that too. Just make sure that when you're actually putting this on, you don't go into your under eyes, because then you're piling a lot of different textured products and sometimes it ends up looking cakey. But yeah, just keep that in mind. That's it as far as foundation. You guys saw this powder foundation with that sponge is amazing. It gives you really, really good coverage. Sometimes I like taking, for example, this Real Techniques brush and kind of like smoothing out the under eye area, just in case I have excess powder around there. There you go. And usually what I do next is bronzer. I'm gonna use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in Bronzer, I believe this shade is. So let's do that. I'm going to use this brush right here. You guys, this brush is amazing. This is the Eco Tools bronzing brush. I don't know. I'll link it down below. If you guys are beginners when applying like bronzer, contour, then you guys will really enjoy this brush. I kind of want a darker bronzer because I feel like you really can't see it. So what I'm going to do is use the Deep Bronze, which is just a tad darker. Yes. Yeah. So it's just a tad darker, just to warm up the face a little bit more. You get a little bit more dimension. For blush, I'm going to use this. This is the Juno & Co. This is not sponsored. I know it sounds like I'm sponsored by Juno & Co. every time I mention them. I am an affiliate with Juno & Co. They do send me things, but their products are just really good. Really good. I just scratched my forehead. So I'm going to use this palette that they just came up with. It's their Bombshell Perfectionist palette. It has highlight. I should have used this bronzer actually. But I'm going to use the blush for today. This thing over here, I don't know what that is. It's supposed to be like a topper, but it's really scary, so I don't like that one. But we're gonna use the blush. The blush is super pigmented, so you guys have to be very, very careful when using it. And just use a light hand. But it's really pretty. And then if it looks kind of crazy, then I usually take a brush like this. This is a dual fiber brush, very similar to the bronzing brush. And just kind of blend everything out. All right, so we're looking alive. We're looking alive. Look alive. That's how I feel. As soon as I put that foundation, I feel like my skin just looks automatically alive. I'm gonna just curl my lashes a little bit. What I'm going to do next is quickly run my Shady Slim Brow Pencil through my eyebrows just to fill them in a little bit. I don't really fuss too much with my eyebrows when I am low on time. And I'm going to quickly just put a little bit of brow gel. I'm going to use the ColourPop Brow Boss Gel. I know I said I didn't really like it, but sometimes I use the products regardless. And I found to like it the more I used it. So it's not that bad. Guess I judged it too soon. And since it's like a brown, it kind of adds a little bit more dimension into the brows, so I kind of let it. I don't know if I said the color, but this one is in dark brown. I'm gonna put some mascara. This is the Lash Princess Mascara in Waterproof. Waterproof just really holds my lashes in place better than any normal mascara, but just use whatever works for you. Someone's calling me. Can I call you back? I'm filming.
Yeah.
Okay, bye. And that is all I do. So I'm taking my face from this to this. And I feel like it looks a little bit more put together. I'm ready to go out the door. I didn't have to fuss too much with anything special. I didn't use concealer, but I still look okay. You know, sometimes you don't have to go all the steps. I think it's more about feeling comfortable in your own skin and just doing little minimal changes here and there. I feel like the most important thing is for us to feel comfortable in our own skin. So yeah, hopefully that helps you guys out. I know I'm definitely going to be using this routine more often once the baby comes. And yeah, that is it. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave the recommendations that you guys have for me because I am getting back in the vibe of filming. So I wanted to see what you guys are interested in seeing. Let me know in the comment section what your ideas are as far as videos, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.